All right, we definitely got to put that person on mute. All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. This is Coach Kev. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you guys having a phenomenal Thursday. And hold on one second. I hope you guys are having a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous Thursday, man. Guys, I'm Coach Kev. You know, I appreciate you guys just joining me tonight. We had a crazy webinar last night. We had hundreds of people that could not get into the webinar, man. It was crazy. So tonight, I made sure I went under a different portal, Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester. That way we can have at least 500 people on the webinar if we need them to. But guys, last night was crazy, crazy, crazy. It's not too late. It's 8:56 Eastern Standard Time. So it's not too late to send out those last-minute text messages letting people know to get on this webinar. And you guys are in for a treat, man. Again, like I said, I'm Coach Kev. I'm down here in sunny South Florida. It's not too sunny right now, but sunny South Florida. I reside in Davie, Florida, not too far away from Miami, guys. And I'm just excited, man. You know, today was payday for us, so you're always going to see me. I'm trying to put my cheeks down, but every Thursday we get paid direct deposit, man. And there's always something to smile about, especially when you think about, you know, the life you used to live a year ago, you know, and just everything's changed just with one decision, man. So, guys, go ahead and give me a quick shout out. You know the deal. I'm going in the chat right now. Let me know what city you representing from. Somebody said they can't hear me. Hold on. Should be able to hear me just fine. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? So make sure. Give me a yes.
I can hear you.
Perfect. Flawless. I appreciate that. All right. So, guys, don't forget, go ahead and represent what city, what state you guys calling, you know, dialing in from, man, so I can give you a quick shout out. All right, hold on. It's getting crazy already. All right. Let me go down. 1 second. I get so excited. I feel like a kid in the candy store. Colorado. Hey, matter of fact, man, I think yesterday when I got off the webinar yesterday, man, it's crazy in Colorado right now, cold-wise. So, man, be safe out there, man. It's just crazy. So be safe representing Colorado. I see you guys doing it, of course. Mobile, Alabama. Of course, yesterday was awesome. I appreciate that. You know, we bring it every single time. Kid from Philly. Hey, man, tell, what's that guy name who did that song, I'm a Boss? Tell Meek Mills, man, teach me how to ride those four-wheelers. Man, what's up, Kenny, man? I'm excited for you, man. I get a chance to I got a chance to touch base with you today, man. I love your tenacity and your mindset, man. You're not coming in this to play, man. And I just appreciate everything that you bring into the table in reference to your leadership. Montgomery, Alabama, we see you. All right. Harlem, okay. I haven't seen that since, what's that movie with Eddie Murphy and Harlem Nights. Harlem, we see you. The Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx. Hollandale, oh, we got somebody from Hollandale. All right, close by. Richmond, California, we see you. Jacksonville, Florida, Delray Beach, Tammy. Oh man, the General, we see you, Tammy. All right. California, we see you. Well, St. Louis, Virgin Islands, guys. Oh, Malik, what's up, Malik, man? Guys, I don't know if you know, man, you can sign people up from the Virgin Islands. We also can help you connect with people that's in Puerto Rico, so you want to take advantage of that. Malik, man, we appreciate your leadership, everything that you do, man. I want you to give a testimonial tonight, man. Also, man, you're a top producing executive sales director, so I would love for you to give a testimony tonight after the webinar. So let me know if you wanna do that. The Bronx again, New Jersey, we see you. San Antonio, Texas, we see you. I don't know what that means. Atlanta to Florida. I guess you represent the ATL, but you live in Florida. You should be representing Florida, of course. Kentucky, we see you. Bahamas, I don't know if y'all got credit over there, Bahamas, but we see you. Sunrise, Florida. Oh man, I remember, man. When I used to work at an ad agency, it was in Plantation, Florida, which is a hop and a skip next to Sunrise. Alan Strickland, we see you, baby. Fort Lauderdale till you die. I see you, baby. Or to the death, rather. We see you. Always representing, man. We appreciate your leadership, man. Alan, I would love for you to do a testimonial again tonight. I had a lot of great reviews from your testimonial yesterday, so I would love for you to share your experience with the company with everyone that's on tonight. Hollywood, I don't know if it's Hollywood, Florida or Hollywood, California. We're going to go Hollywood, Florida, just to represent. Kentucky, we see you. St. Lucia, I don't know what that is, but we see you. So St. Louis to Miami, I guess. All right, so I guess you represent Miami, hopefully. We see you, man. Guys, I'm just excited, man. So as you guys can see, we have people on this webinar from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, and it doesn't really matter. We can do this business from anywhere in the United States, and we can help people all over the country, man. And I just get excited about that because there's no limit to what we can do. There's no limit to how many people we can help overall. We got a few more. California, of course, representing. Minnesota, I know it's cold over there. Representing. We appreciate you guys joining us as always, man. And guys, like I tell people all the time, man, I'm not in FES. FES is in me, and I live this life, I was speaking to someone earlier, and I was telling them how it's so important for us all to make sure, those of us who are successful, that we just constantly lead by example and teach our team what they need to do. And, as you're growing into this business, we're going to show you everything that you need to do to not only build a big business of agents, but also build a nice clientele of happy customers so you can get referrals because the services actually work. But guys, like I was saying yesterday, but let me get a little bit into my story. My name is Coach Kev, guys. I used to work at an ad agency. And the reason why I got started with this company was I needed help with my credit, number one. My actual credit score went up 116 points. I was like some of you guys. I used to check my credit. I used to check Credit Karma like a crazy person, like the score was going up by itself. But I didn't realize. Remember, with Credit Karma, it only show you what's on Equifax and TransUnion. It doesn't show you what's on your Experian account. So I actually had negative items that were not mine on my Experian account, but I didn't know because I always check Credit Karma. Thank God when I got on the program with FES, they do a detailed analysis on all three credit bureaus. And that's how I discovered that. And, fast forward, after my score went up, I just started promoting this thing. I should have promoted it the day one when I got inside the program, but I made the mistake of saying that I just want to wait to see how I do. No, I should have been promoting it because as people started to hear that I was getting my credit restored, they were asking me for help. And I was, recommending them and getting them signed up. But what I should have did was went hard from day one all the way until now. Thank God we're out of our job, but I could have helped more people at the beginning, and we're helping a lot of people now. But fast forward, guys, we had a sales contest at my job. I won, of course, and they ended up capping my pay, letting me know that I was not going to make any more money than I was making right at that moment. And that's crazy. That's like telling LeBron James, don't shoot any three-pointers. Good luck with that game. I don't think you're going to win. But the good thing about that, man, is that it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. And you ever have one of those angry prayers at God, man? I went in the car and I was praying hard, but it was a real angry prayer. And God showed up and showed out. And a good friend of mine and business partner, Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester, he reached out to me. He said, bro, I need you to look at this credit business because, a lot of people getting help with credit. And I know you was in real estate, you did taxes, you're a businessman. And when I saw that it was credit, first of all, I didn't know that you can get inside a business and help people fix their credit. I didn't even know that was possible. I used to just send the clients away and say, hey, go fix your credit and come back. They never came back. They used to go to people, a real estate agent, they used to go to someone who fixed their credit, but that person who was fixing their credit had a real estate agent, and then my clients were gone. So once Bruce reached out to me, he didn't even show me a nice presentation like you guys are going to get. He just told me about it, and I was like, God, dude, this is it. Like, I'm going to do it. Let's go all in. And from January 6th to the second or third week in the month of March in 2018, for 90 days, I just put my head down. I told my wife I'm going to be here, but I'm not going to be here. And I just kept grinding and grinding. 90 days later, I walked away from my job. And now some of you are you're going to judge me when I say this, but I didn't give them a 2 weeks notice because we all know what happens when you give them a 2 weeks notice, right? Yes, They fire you before the 2 weeks. You know, they fire you right before the 2 weeks, and then you're looking crazy. So I didn't want to give them the luxury of doing that. So I gave them a 10-minute notice, and I walked out. And now the rest is history. I've been home full time for over a year. And you know, I'm not even employable now. If someone would try to hire me, I wouldn't be able to do it because I've been free for so long. I don't know how to be told when to go on lunch. I don't know how to be told, you know, your break's over. You know, I just don't know how that feels. So now, guys, I live a life that people dream of, man. And, you know, when you get a chance to make more money in a week than you made in a month, you know, it can change everything for your household, man. And that's kind of what happened to me. But on this first part of the webinar, guys, I'm going to explain to you the credit repair process, what we do, how we get the stuff disputed and also removed. And then I'm going to go in, dive right into the business opportunity because a lot of people on this webinar are waiting for that. But I like to start off with the credit because I want you to understand the process on what we're going to do to help get the negative things disputed and also removed off your credit. As long as you follow what we're telling you to do. But let's dig right into it, guys. People are going to ask, what is FES? FES is Financial Education Services. We're going to show you how to position yourself to get the best interest rate available for future purchases. Like a lot of you are going to be buying homes and cars, and you want to get that great credit score so you can be okay. We're going to show you how to pay off debt and keep you from going paycheck to paycheck. And for those of you who are lucky, we're going to show you how to build a massive business from home that won't interfere with what you're doing right now. Like, I was working the business part-time, so I was working at 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., right? And then as soon as I got out of work, I was just working the business. Social media, text messaging, calling people, getting people on the phone that were interested, getting them who want to get help with their credit, getting them on the phone with my mentor, Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester, letting him explain it, and I just kept doing that over and over and over and over again. So I was making more money part-time than I was making at my full-time job. And then that's when I really needed to take it seriously. I just had one phone call with my mentor. He's like, bro, you can do this. And, you know, I never looked back since. So the goal is, it's so important for you and your family in your future to have a legacy, you know, not to set up a GoFundMe account. You know, my children's children always going to remember Coach Kev or remember Kevin Blake. Why? Because I'm setting them up. You know, and this business is willable. I've never seen anyone that had a job that they wanted to pass on to their children. No one wants to will their job to their children. So, you know, you want to do whatever it takes to make sure you position them to win. Guys, it's over 70 million now, but 43 million people have less than a 599 credit score. More than half don't even know what their credit score looks like. You know, most people have 225,000, maybe more in debt, and they have less than $500 in their savings account. You know, nearly 2/3 of Americans cannot pass a financial literacy test. Think about that. Our company go inside schools teaching kids about personal finances. Financial literacy is our focus, but credit repair is our flagship product. So we don't just want to help you fix your credit. The goal is to educate you to prevent you from being in that same situation a couple of years later on down the road. 49% of people have no retirement. 18% of people are not on track to their retirement goal. 65% of people have no will. I know you guys remember, and I say this all the time, Prince and Aretha Franklin, they passed away with no will. You know, think about that. Millions and millions of dollars in the bank, and they had no will. 82% of people have no trust. 71% of people have no medical or no financial power of attorney. We need these tools. You know, it's so important for us to protect our assets because we work so hard for them, right? Every 2 seconds, someone's identity is being stolen. I have clients right now that's on my credit repair program because someone stole their identity. That's why we add the identity protection while we're restoring our clients' credit. Think about this. Guys, at the beginning of the webinar, we noticed there are people from East Coast all the way to West Coast, all the way up to the Midwest. But think about it. We all have something in common. None of us was taught about credit. Think about this right now, guys. Just think for a minute, right? Imagine, right? Imagine if you knew back then what you know now about credit. Like, right? What type of decisions would you make? You know, if I knew about credit, man, when I got my first car, I was paying 28% interest rate. Think about that craziness. 3 years into paying into the car, I still didn't get to the principal of the car. And then the car started giving me problems, right? All because I wasn't educated on credit. If I really knew what to do, I would have made sure I got my credit together, walked into the dealership with knowing what my credit score is, not letting them keep running my credit, and banging me up with inquiries. I would already know what my credit score is and have control while I'm sitting negotiating about the best payments for me, but I didn't have it. So guys, that's what I love about what we do. We teach people. Now, this is not a company that just started, guys. We've been around since 2004, headquartered in Farmington Hills, Michigan. We have an A rating on the Better Business Bureau. We have 100% annual sale growth. That means our company constantly growing. We have less than 30,000 agents throughout the whole U.S. Think about that. So we're pretty early. And those of us who get inside this business early, within the next 5 to 10 years, we're all going to be multimillionaires. Why? Because a lot of people are going to start learning about credit. And because it's predicated on so many things, jobs, look at your credit. The military, look at your credit. Some of you, if you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you're looking at credit. I enrolled a client the other day, and I also have an agent that's basically getting his credit together, getting his business together before he walked down the aisle. That's powerful, So everything is predicated on credit. So we're in the best industry in the world, and we have the same 2 key executives in place since the company's inception. That means there's no board meetings about what's going to change. And these guys have a harder goal because they said to themselves, we're already successful. How can we help other people master and understand credit? And as long as we all are on the same page in reference to wanting to better ourselves, all the information will always be there to you. You just got to be able to pick it up. All right? Let me move to the next slide. So, guys, here are the services that you guys are going to get. And I know everyone's always focused on the actual credit repair, which is super, super important, man. But remember, you're going to have all these other tools that's going to help you as well, right? Credit restoration. Process is super simple. I'll explain that on the next one. But you're also going to get credit monitoring. You're going to get identity monitoring as well, right? So now we are not only working on your credit, we're also protecting your identity at the same time. And when you have someone protecting your identity at the same time, ma'am, I'm actually going to pull you out of the webinar because you keep going off of mute and you're stopping my flow. So please pay attention to what you're doing, ma'am. Identity monitoring, I think, is super, super, super key. And because we're protecting it while your credit is going up, you're going to be good to go. We also have credit attorney because somebody's going to have to fight on your behalf. Also, we're going to show you how to build credit. Just getting the negative stuff off your credit to boost your credit score, that's one part of the equation. You got to build on top of that. We have other tools that's going to help you build on top of it. On top of you actually becoming an authorized user for people that you know, meaning you can ride their credit. So people that you know who's successful, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your brother, business owner, whoever, and they have great credit, you can be an authorized user on their card, and every time they pay their bill on time, your credit score go up as well. I ain't even charge you for that tip. That's a good give me away right there. All right, a will, a trust, and a power of attorney. Like I said earlier, you guys get that. You get a budgeting tool. You also get life insurance. Now, this is only for qualified agents. So what does that mean? You come in as an agent, you get customers, and you help build your team, you're automatically going to get life insurance. This is how crazy that is. You don't have to prove insurability. You don't have to take a medical exam. All you have to do is be working the business and qualify, right? We also have a debt payoff program. A lot of people do a consolidation. You don't need consolidation, right? Just be disciplined. Allow us to help you. We have financial lockbox. We have a lot of other tools that we'll get into a little bit later. Just for the sake of time, I don't want to go over all of those. Your payment history makes up of 35% of your actual credit score. How crazy is that? 35%. So you want to pay your bills on time. I was literally just on the phone about 20 minutes ago with a guy who told me, he's like, listen, I have 10 inquiries on my credit. He's like, and there's no way because, he got himself in a position where he has everything automatically drafted. And he said the inquiry should have fell off years ago. He said there's no way they're still on his credit, and they're still there. So he paid his bills on time, and that's what allows him to build his credit. So remember, guys, if 35% is made of you paying your bills on time, you should pay those bills definitely on time, right? The capacity and amount owed. What does that even mean? All that mean, guys, is your utilization. So if you have a credit card that has $1,000 limit on there, you want to stay under 300. You want to stay under 200. That way you're in a position where every time you pay your monthly membership, every time you pay your credit card bills every single month, you're getting the most amount of points. Because think about it. If you have negative things that's on your credit report, right? And then you have positive things that's on your credit report, every time you pay your monthly credit card, your score won't go up that high. Why? Because you have all these negative things pulling you down. And that's why your utilization has to be low. So if your statement is on, let's say, the 13th, right? You want to, and you're at $900 on your credit card, hypothetically speaking. By the time it's time for you to pay your statement on the 13th, you need to have it under the 20 to 30% utilization before they report it to the credit bureau. All right? Let's say 15%, that makes up your length of credit. New credit is 10%. The other types of credit, it makes up another 10%. So just pay your bills on time and make sure you keep your credit cards low. A lot of times this happens, the 30%, during Christmas time. All right? So the first myth, guys, is the credit agencies are powered with some type of governmental authority. No, just because it says the credit bureaus, that doesn't mean that they're part of the government, right? They have no legal authority at all. The second myth, credit agencies are required to keep derogatory item on your credit for 7 to 10 years. Guys, there's no law saying that they even need to report it at all, right? No law. But they are required to remove derogatory items that's on there that's past 7 to 10 years. Like the guy, he was blown away. He was like, bro, this should have been off a long time ago. But that happens all the time, guys, because a lot of people are literally waiting for the credit bureaus to do their job, and they're not, because they make money. The more information that's on individuals' credit report, the more money that they make. They buy and sell data, right? Myth number 3, information in your credit report cannot be changed. It's illegal to have this information altered or removed. Guys, the opposite is true. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, there's both federal and various state laws that require that items be removed that are not 100% accurate or cannot be verified in a timely manner. So think about that. It cannot be verified in a timely manner. That means even if it's yours, that's why I tell people, don't do it the next one I'm going to go over. Don't do that. Don't start paying stuff off like that. Use credit repair first, right? Just because it's yours, remember, these companies, Capital One may start off with the debt. You don't pay them. Then Capital One going to sell it to, Erica's debt collector. Erica debt collector is going to be calling you every day to try to collect the debt. Now, whether you pay Erica or not, Capital One been paid. They wrote it off in their taxes. You don't need to pay Erica's debt collector, because she doesn't have all the information to verify it. And because she doesn't, when we go dispute it, it comes off their credit report. All right? Myth number 4, paying past due debts does not remove it off your credit report. Guys, that's true. People do this all the time. And in February as well as March, a lot of people did this during tax time. They got their tax return. All the bill collectors call them, right? And they say, hey, can you pay the bill? Can you make up a payment arrangement? They do all of this stuff. But by them doing that, they're positioning themselves to waste money, right? Allow us to be able to help you, because just because you pay it off the debt doesn't neglect the fact that one time you didn't pay as agreed, right? Can this be changed? Absolutely. This is why credit repair is so vital. Inquiries. The guy I was talking about, he had 10 inquiries on there, right? Inquiries are something critical. You're basically trying to get a loan. That was his situation. But they've been on for so long, he thought that they were supposed to fall off. Now, guys, 1 or 2 is fine. But when you have 6, 7, 8, you start to tell a story about yourself that you're desperate for credit. So you want to already know what your credit score is before you go into a car dealership, before you try to buy a house, or before you try to make any major purchases. You should already know what your credit score looks like, right? Let's go to the next slide. All right, so the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives all Americans the right to dispute and investigate any items on their credit report that is inaccurate, erroneous, obsolete items such as late payments, charge-off, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, short sale. Medical bills are a killer. I'm sure half of the people that's on this webinar have medical bills that's on their credit report, or you had a medical bill and you got it removed. But it's a lot of those that's on there. This is kind of how your portal look, guys. So now I'm going to explain to you what happens when you enroll. So when you enroll for the credit repair program, you're going to invest $188 down, right? Now, once you enroll, we're going to dispute everything that's negative on your credit report, like in this little area to the left. You're going to have your own portal to access it. But once you activate your account, you're going to log in with your email and then the last four of your social, and then you're going to log into your account and activate it. You're going to see United Credit Education Services. They're going to be the one that's working on your credit. Once you activate your account, you're going to get an email that says, hey, look out for your dispute letters. They're coming to you in the mail. When the letters come, you're going to sign the letters, mail one to Equifax, one to TransUnion, one to Experian. Very, very, very simple. Once you send those off, you're going to wait 30 to 45 days for the credit bureaus to respond. And when they respond, you're going to scan it and then email it right here. That way, we'll be able to get it, analyze it, and then look at it, and then set up your second round of disputes. They'll be mailed to you. You're going to sign them and then mail those off. Guys, here's the most important thing. We're going to do 3 rounds of disputes. Even when your credit score goes up in the first round and the second round, complete the process. I think that's so critical. People get excited. They score go up in 30 days. They cancel. Don't do that. Stay on the program and complete the entire process because you want to get as close as you can to 850, right? And then here's the other thing. If you have any questions, any concerns, it's so important for you to understand. All you have to do is call customer service. They get paid very well. It's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and they'll be able to help you. All you have to do is ask them, hey, what's the next step? What do I need to do? You don't even need to follow up with the person who got you in the program. You can just call customer service. And remember, we have a satisfaction guarantee. So we're going to do everything to make sure you're happy. But the most important thing is once you get the letters, send them off to the actual credit bureau. So here's here's a little comparison chart. There's really no comparison with what we're doing, guys. Not at all. There are a lot of people that reach out to us and they've tried all of these companies. Credit Saint, CreditRepair.com, Sky Blue, Lexington Law. Guys, no one could compare to us, man. It's a one-time activation of $99 plus your first month, which is $89. So it totals $188 down, and then it's $89 a month. We're the only company that has a will, trust, power of attorney. We're the only company that has a debt eliminator. We're the only company that has an income opportunity to refer people and also generate revenue. And guys, we're the only company that doesn't have a contract. And when I think about everything that we have to offer, most people stay on the program not just because of the credit repair, but because of the will, trust, power of attorney. And a lot of people upgrade, or they think that they want to become a customer, and they like, man, I want to hear about the referral money, the income. Because guys, we've all referred something. Hairdresser, nail techs, car dealers, realtors. We refer all these people, but we don't make any money off of it. Like the movie Black Panther. Man, I was so proud about that movie. I was so proud that they had a movie. I started promoting it everywhere. I'm still waiting on my check. You probably promoted it too. Just like Avengers, just like Star Wars, everything else we promote. Why not get paid for it? All right, let me go to the next slide. The YFL, man, I love this, which is the Youth Financial Literacy, where our company go inside schools, teaching kids personal finances from the ages of 8 to 18, right? Here's 2 other ways that you can build credit. Credit My Rent. Now, what if I told you there's a way you can boost your credit score based off of your rental payments? Most people don't even know that that's something that they can do. It is powerful because not only will you be able to boost your credit score off your rental payments, you'll also be able to boost your credit score off the credit repair services. So that's 2 things that's boosting your score. And here's another thing that you can use, the secure credit card, right? What I love about the secure credit card, I was in a situation where I had all this money in the bank and I still couldn't get a secure credit card. Why? Because of my credit. Guys, you can boost your credit off your secure credit card, and we report to the credit bureaus every 30 days. Most people don't know some secure credit cards report once a quarter. So every 3 months, they report. Every 3 months. Not realizing that they're missing out. Those cards that report every 3 months, a card like mine that report every 30 days, that means I'm getting 3 credit boosts while you get 1. Think about that. But if you want to really maximize your credit, if you want to really take your credit to the next level, I'm going to give you the blueprint right now. You can do what's called a triple threat. What does that mean? Invest into the credit repair, get the Credit My Rent. You can go as far back as 2 years, or you can go a year, and you're also going to get a secure credit card. So you're going to get those 3 items. You're guaranteed to get your credit up. Credit My Rent alone, I'm going to have my business partner, Mr. Alan Strickland, talk a little bit about his experience with Credit My Rent and him and his fiance and why he loves this program. All right? So here's a few testimonials. I'm going to kind of go past that just for the sake of time. Now, this is why I came in and I wanted to become a franchise owner. I wanted to become an agent. Because at the beginning, they told me it was $188 to become a customer. But then to become an agent, it's $288. I said, hold on. For an extra $100, I can generate revenue and refer people? They said, yes. I said, okay, well, what do you get for that? You get your own website where you can sign people up directly on your website. They put your photo on your website, your phone number, your email, all of that information. And they track everything. So every time a client enrolls, you're going to get an email. So you'll be able to track your sales. We also have agent support and customer support. So let's say, for instance, you're busy, right? Let's say you got things to do and you're just trying to, you want to do the business, but you don't want to be writing anyone any letters. You don't want to be on the phone customer service. Remember, guys, we don't fix anyone's credit. The company's going to do that while they're actually fixing your credit, right? So this would be a perfect scenario. You get a client on the phone, you sign them up, right? And you can say, hey, here's customer service number. Give them a call. They're going to activate your account. And then let customer service activate your client account for you without you. You don't have to do any of that. FES does all of that for you. And when I heard that, I'm like, bro, this got to be the best business in the world. And that's why I went all out, because I was not going to take this business for granted, knowing that I'm at a job that don't care about me. I really couldn't do it anymore. And then once the money started coming in, I was like, oh no. I started getting disrespectful at my job. All right, we're going to show you how to get the marketing material. We get paid every single week. Like I said, today we got paid. Look, I can't even stop smiling. Commission. We get paid residual income, bonuses, tax advantages. That's the other thing. The $288 is a tax write-off. The $188 isn't. Right? I was still going to pay the $89 a month to get my credit fixed. Why not invest the $100? Even if I would have got one person out of the whole time I would have been on my credit repair program, I would have paid the same amount. Even though in 2 weeks I got 6 people, right? And then my credit repair was for free. So every customer that enroll, you make $100, right? So let's say, for instance, you get 5 people, right? That's $500. If you invested that $288, you got all your money back, and now you're in profit. But here's the other thing. Your services are for free. So when I got those 6 customers, boom, I never paid $89 again. I would never pay for credit repair. Now remember, when we're doing that, we also get the will for free. We get the power of attorney. We get credit monitoring. We get identity. All that's for free. We don't pay all these other companies to get the service. It already comes with it, guys. And when I saw that, I'm like, wow, I'm not only making money, I quit my job, my credit went up, and I'm changing lives. Like, you cannot beat that. If you love helping people, guys, this is the perfect business for you. Because let me tell you something. You can't survive without credit. You cannot. Not in the United States. You can't. It's predicated on too many things. We also get $12 an hour. I'm $12 an hour. $12 residual. $12 an hour. I'll be mad. Right? $12 residual income. So every time the client pays her $89 a month, boom, our company pays you $12. Now you times that by a lot of customers. It gets really crazy. So let's say 75,000 not believable. 7,500 is not believable. But let's say you had $750 residual income hitting your bank account every 30 days. Could you do something with that? Right? What would you do with that? That probably can pay the car note, probably the insurance, a little bit of grocery, a little bit of gas. You know what I'm saying? But remember, you have residual income covering your residual bills. And if you don't believe me about the residual bills, think about it. You're going to have to pay gas every week, every month. You're going to have to pay your insurance every week, every month. You got to have a place to stay every week, every month. Right? It's just how it is. So imagine if you had the money to take care of those bills. Right? You'll be smiling like me all the time. Right? So let's say, for instance, this is you. All right? This is you, LeBrian. Right? LeBrian comes in and he brings in Erica. Right? Erica goes out and Erica gets 2 customers because she's a superstar. Now, the company will pay Erica $200. Right? But now watch this. LeBrian's going to make $100. Why? Because Erica's on his team. Right? So now, let's say LeBrian moves up. He gets promoted. Now he's a field trainer. Right? He brings another agent in. We're going to call her Michelle. So Michelle comes in. Michelle comes in as an agent. Michelle gets 2 customers. They're going to pay LeBrian $160. Why? Because he's promoted. Every time you get promoted to to another title, your pay goes up. This is not like when I used to work at my job. The raise was disrespectful. 60 cent, 20 cent, 30 cent, 5 cent. Get out of here, man. Right? So what happens if you go to senior field trainer and then you go to sales director? Now, sales director, this is the position that you want to go to. This is where I quit my job. A lot of people quit their job in this position. It's called the decision position. You got to make a decision. Do you want to go full-time or stay part-time? But guys, all these positions look great. This money look great. The most important position out of every position in the company is field trainer. Why? Because all you're going to do is get 2 agents, 3 customers. Right? And if you really want to position yourself to go to sales director, you're going to get 3 agents, 3 customers. Right? But we'll get to that later. And look, I'm an executive sales director, about to get promoted to vice president. Think about that. Even in this position, when an agent enrolls, I generate $470, $75. Remember, I used to get paid $100 just like you, but I just keep moving up the ladder. Right? Let's go to the next slide. So let's say, for instance, you guys are really, really excited and you understand that, wow, man, you can build this. You can work part-time on your fortune. Just remember, besides the $100, besides the $12 residual income, besides the override that you're going to get paid when your team builds, guys, you're also going to get an infinity bonus. So think about this, right? I'm an executive sales director, going to be getting promoted to vice president. My wife's going to be getting promoted to executive sales director. So just think about that, right? In the household, let's say when we get those positions, that's $2,000 hitting our bank account every 30 days for no reason. Besides the customers, besides the agents, right? And we're working directly with Senior Vice President, Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester, where he does, think about that right there, right? Let me do the math. People think it's a game, but it's crazy. Watch this. I'm going to do the math right now. You can do it on your calculator too. So that's 22,500, right? 22,500. I times that by 12 months. I don't know if you can see that, but that's $270,000 just off of bonuses, right? We also work with my other mentor, Mr. Alfred Nixon. He's a senior regional vice president, and that's 62.5 times 12. Look at this craziness, right? $750,000, $750,000 on bonuses. Think about that. Right? On bonuses. Every month, 62 grand coming in his account. Even if that's not believable for you guys, when we hit the right regional vice president, let's say 4375 times that by 12. 43, that's already 50 grand. Right? $52,000 every 30 days. Think about that, man. Imagine if your job paid like this. You'd probably go to work early. you probably stay late. Right? But here's the cool thing. As we're going up the ladder, we're going to bring you. Your mentor is going to bring you. We're going to do these webinars so we can help you build your team. We're going to do these webinars so you can constantly understand how simple this business is. If you can get people in front of this information, they're going to make an educated decision to partner up with us. And it's going to work. Right? Mama Jean, 70-year-old lady, like she was in real estate, stressed, waiting on different closings to happen, and then they just went full-time in FES. Right? Toy Jones, she was like most people. She was living from paycheck to paycheck, no money saved, and she had bad credit. She stepped out on faith, and she borrowed the money to get started with FES. Some people got pride. She said, it truly changed my life. In 22 days of bankruptcy and adjustment was removed. 22 days, guys. Think about that. 22 days. Now, I'm not saying that's in every situation because it's just not, but I always tell people, you're going to start seeing results in 60 to 90 days. Allow us to do 3 rounds of disputes. But that's powerful, man. She borrowed the money. Some of you are going to be on this webinar. You still going to say you don't have the money. Man, you better borrow $50 from 5-6 people, right? Let me go to the next one. I'm just going to go to the next one, guys. It's a lot of success stories. Oh, this guy's is great, man. He said he was broke, homeless, helpless. He lost everything except his dignity and faith. And all he did was he just took action. Now, guys, he's a regional vice president. That's the one I was just showing you guys. $4,300 every 30 days. That's $50,000 in just bonuses. Like, that's crazy, right? Here's the first level of the R&R Club, where our company will put $600 on your car payment. And now here's the bad news. It has to be a Cadillac, a Mercedes-Benz, or an Audi, right? Level 2, they increase it from that. Now you get a $10,000 cash bonus. Level 3, I meant to say, now you're going to get a car allowance, where it's a car for you, car for me, but the bottom line is you can basically get any car you want for $1,500 a month. $4,000, level 4, they're going to give you $25,000 cash bonus. What's up with me today? $25,000 cash bonus. Level 5, you're going to get the Bentley upgrade. So if you don't want these vehicles, you can go ahead and get the Bentley upgrade, right? Level 6, they give you the house allowance. Level 7 through 10, these are the retirement bonuses and things of that nature. So guys, as we're building this business, as we're showing you how to not only think about it, right? The company's not only showing you how to build your credit, they're also taking care of the most important bills that you have. Usually it's your car and it's your roof over your head. Either you're renting or you have a mortgage. But the bottom line is the company is positioning you to win in life. And that's what I love about this company, man. Here's a recap, guys, before I wrap it up. Training. We got all the training. You're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. We're going to show you how to launch your new business. We're going to show you how to get customers off of social media. Most of you was exposed to this business from social media. I'm telling you. All right? We're going to show you how to establish corporate accounts. We're going to show you how to sell the protection plan. Guys, it's credit. Sometimes it just sells itself. It's either you got good credit or bad credit. You got bad credit, you got to make a decision whether you want to get it fixed or not. That's up to you. We're not going to convince you to fix your credit. We know you need the help. And I never understand why skeptical people, you got bad credit, but you skeptical about the program. But you wasn't skeptical when you was destroying those credit cards. Ooh. Anyway, we're gonna show you how to establish a nice team, manage a nationwide organization. These webinars is how we build our team all over the nation. We're gonna show you how to build a long-term residual income and how to become a super successful leader. Let's recap. Now, those of you who want to come in, you can come in as an agent and as a customer like I did. It's $288. And if you want to just come in as a customer, it's just $188. That's fine too. But I always tell people, when you come in as a customer, people are going to ask you, or you're going to tell people you get your credit restored, and they're going to need you to refer them. Come in as an agent, send them your link. Just ask your mentor, hey man, how do I send people the link to sign them up? And you sign them up. Very simple. And make money. It's very, very simple. Remember, you're not fixing anyone's credit. The company's going to fix all the client's credit for you. Your job is just to enroll them onto the program and then get them on the phone with customer service so they can walk them through how to activate their account. All right? And that's basically it, guys. And I'm going to leave you guys with these two things. One question I have, guys, if not now, then when? When are you going to take your whole life to the next level? When are you going to want to spend more time with your kids? When do you want to make some extra money? Are you going to get another job? My mentor always say 2 jobs are for 2 people. Continue to strive. And this is the opportunity for you to be able to do that. And then here's the last question. If not now, or if not FES, then what? Right? What you going to do? What are you going to do, man? So I think you get in now, start working on your credit, also start making money, right? And just take action. And we're going to help you. You don't know how to do this business. We do. We're going to show you everything. Just like when you're at your job. You didn't know what to do the first day, the first week. But as you was learning, you were earning. Same way. We get paid the same exact way. No different. Right? I'm going to just open it up real quick just to get a few testimonials. The first testimonial, guys, I want you guys to hear from a good friend of mine, man. He's a phenomenal leader. This guy does not stop. His name is Mr. Alan Strickland. He's a personal trainer. And he doesn't help people just get their body fit. He helps people get their credit fixed as well. I think inside our group, he just got another customer. I'm sure you met them from social media as well. And guys, he's a servant leader. He loves having fun. He loves helping people. And this man can dress. So, guys, without further ado, I want you guys to kind of hear just a short testimonial from my business partner, a good friend of mine, Mr. Alan Strickland. Are you on the webinar, sir?
Yes, sir, as always.
How you doing, man?
I'm awesome, man. So, real quick, the customer, the client, I like the client I just got, it came from word of mouth. And when you do a good job with all your clients, a lot of times when you get word of mouth, man, they come to you already warm. I didn't really have to talk too much. I just told her what it was and got her signed up right away, guys. So, guys, each client you take care of, it's going from that client you're gonna take care of another client, guys. So make sure you treat each client well, because they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to swear by you. They're going to swear by you. So, man, like I said, FES has done a lot for me and my family in the last year and a half. And I'm not the path, what it's done for me the last year and a half is fine. But what it's going to do for my future is also amazing. I'm just so excited about the future. I gave myself some goals for the rest of this value month and the next value month. And if you want this webinar and you are deciding, this is for everybody on the webinar who's not an agent, and this is your first time seeing this information. I want you to make a decision tonight to run for 90 days. Whatever you're offline, whatever got you on this webinar, just make a decision to listen. No more excuses. Make a decision for your life to try to be disciplined for 90 days. 90 days to listen, and I promise you, like Bruce always say, you won't recognize your life. And I'm locked low and I'm committed. And if you guys don't go find them, I'm gonna go find them. I'm locked and loaded and I'm committed, and FES is gonna change my life, and it's gonna change my family life. So man, FES is real, man. And listen, I can't say enough about it, and I'm not gonna talk about the past. I'm gonna talk about what FES is gonna do for me in the future. 2 years from now, I'm gonna be a million. I hope I will be a million. I'm gonna be the first millionaire in my family on both sides. So hey, I'm gonna give it back to Coach Kev, and thank you again, brother.
Wow, powerful declaration, guys. Letting the world know that he's going to be a millionaire. That's crazy. Some people don't even think that's possible. Why? Because they're not in the right vehicle. You can't become a millionaire at your job. It's just almost impossible. Guys, I'm also going to have you guys hear from a top producing executive sales director, Mr. Malik Henry. He's a servant leader. I'm putting him on the spot right now. You don't know that I'm asking him to do a testimonial, so I hope he's available. But guys, I love this gentleman, man. He does a lot of things online. He's somebody that you can reach out to, and he'll give you different ideas and strategies to help you get customers, help you get agents. Like when I first got into the business, I was reaching out to him, asking him different things, different questions, and I'm not even on his team, and he gave me as much information that he could, and I just took it and ran with it. And at the end of the day, guys, when you surround yourself with people who really want you to win, you can't lose. So I want you guys to hear a little testimonial from my business partner, my friend, Mr. Malik Henry. Are you on the webinar, sir?
Hey, what's up, Cameron? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Well, you're not going to believe this. I am on a treadmill right now looking like a crazy guy. But I'm going to tell you guys my testimony. Personally, I've been in this business for 2.5 years. I have bad credit. My credit score was like a 420. So that was enough to get me on tees. But moving forward with the company, I was able to actually get myself up to the mid 700s, able to move, get my own place, be able to actually take care of myself. And I met so much wonderful individuals. I realized that, man, this is something that can help so much people. It helped me because I'm the kind of person that asks a lot of questions. I need to make sure if I can actually help people when I'm serving them. Credit is something that I apply to every single thing. Credit for your life, credit for your just to get furniture, credit to get just things you want to even believe, jewelry, man. The things that I just wanted for my personal self. Other people have their own preferences and whatnot. People want to take care of the body, they not care credit. When they see an opportunity, they just go onto it, and ever since it's just been coming from that. So I appreciate everything the company has done for me. I'm looking forward to more that's happening, but the best part about this whole thing is that I can run a business and I'm on a treadmill So it's like it's cool, you know. So I didn't want to just kind of be like, I want to be as transparent as possible. So I think that's the best way to represent us. So guys, it's worth it. Definitely.
Wow. And guys, look at that. You see what I say? He's a servant leader. This guy is on a treadmill. Think about that. That's somebody who's definitely dedicated not only to getting information, but he's dedicated to figuring out whatever he got to do to get to the next level. He has people that's on this webinar, and he's not going to let anything stop him from not only getting on the webinar, but at the end of the day, getting even more information so he can stay sharp as he's helping all of his clients. You know what I mean? So guys, I want to give one more I want one more person to give a testimonial, Mr. Everton. Guys, this guy, I don't have to go too deep into his background and what he does, but he's what you call a 100% servant leader, and he doesn't stop. Like, he does whatever it takes to be able to help his clients, help his agents. Even if you're not on his team, like me, you know, I get pulled left, right, and sometimes it's difficult to help people that's not on your team, but he always make a way, and I don't know how he does it. And, you know, without further ado, guys, I want you guys to hear a short testimonial, man, just from my business partner, my friend Everton. Are you on the webinar, sir? Are you on the webinar, Everton? All right. So on to the next. So guys, that's basically it. And I really appreciate you guys just getting onto this webinar, because at the end of the day, I just think that what separates the rich from the poor is information. So use this information to help you, right? Use this information to guide you and basically take your whole personal and professional life to the next level. So you want to get back with the person that invited you on this webinar. So all they need to do basically is guide you on that next step. And guys, if you follow everything that we're telling you to do, we'll be able to meet you at the TOP.